ਇਹ ਤਸਵੀਰਾਂ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਮੂਲ ਦੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਦੀ ਬਰਸੀ ਤੇ ਹੈਰਿਸ ਕਾਉਂਟੀ ਸ਼ੈਰਿਫ ਦੇ ਦਫ਼ਤਰ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀਆਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸ਼ਰਧਾਂਜਲੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ। ਹੈਰਿਸ ਕਾਉਂਟੀ ਟੂਲ ਰੋਡ ਅਥਾਰਟੀ ਅਤੇ ਸ਼ੈਰਿਫ ਆਫਿਸ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਨਮਾਨ 'ਚ ਹਾਈਵੇ 249 ਨੇੜੇ ਵੈਲਟ ਵੇ 8 ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਬਦਲ ਕੇ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ HCSO ਡਿਪਟੀ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਮੈਮੋਰੀਅਲ ਟੂਲਵੇ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਉੱਥੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਨਿਧੀ ਸਭਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ 315 ਐਡਿਕਸ ਹੋਬਲ ਰੋਡ ਤੇ ਸਥਿਤ ਡਾਕਖਾਨੇ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਬਦਲ ਕੇ ਡਿਪਟੀ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਪੋਸਟ ਆਫਿਸ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਪ੍ਰਤੀਨਿਧੀ ਸਭਾ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਕਈ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ।
And thanks to all of you. I'm so honored and proud to join you this morning, to be here as we celebrate the incredible life of Deputy Dhaliwal, and I'm just so honored to be included in this group. I think that we're all here because we know that Deputy Dhaliwal represented the very best of all of us, the best of our community. And that's why our community has responded in the way that it has to his tragic loss. We know that he's a trailblazer. We know that he was a trailblazer for the Sikh community and for law enforcement, and that he was someone who, with his every bit of his being, showed us the way forward to build community, to build connection, to bring people together. And that is what we need now more than anything. And I think what we are seeing is the legacy of someone who connected with everyone that he met. Someone who, because he had an idea, because he had a vision, because he knew that he could make a difference, he did it every day of his life. And for the last year, our community has been mourning his loss, and I know that everyone here is personally mourning his loss. It's such a privilege and an honor for me to be able to play some small role in honoring him. And Commissioner Garcia, as you mentioned, what a privilege to be able to name the post office after Deputy Dhaliwal so that people can drive on the Deputy Dhaliwal toll road to get to the post office. Now, my hope is that he will continue to be a role model, not just for people in our community, but for people across our country, many of whom have reached out to my office, who have seen the incredible outpouring of love and support in this community for Deputy Dhaliwal, who want to know more and who are so inspired. And that is a gift he's given all of us, and it will last forever. And so we have this opportunity now to memorialize him on this toll road, to memorialize him. Hopefully soon we will finalize the post office. That bill has passed the House of Representatives, so we just have a few more steps before we are done. But I think what it should tell everyone who drives down this road, who goes to the post office, who engages with this community, is the incredible power that one person can have and the example that one person can set for an entire community. And so I'm so honored to be able to lead the resolution to name the post office and to be a part of this morning's celebration with the toll road. I think that this permanent reminder, and it is, as we know, in concrete, a permanent reminder. I was so pleased as I drove here this morning to see the sign already up on the portion of the toll road, and to see that we will all see him every day as we move around our community, as people come here and go throughout Harris County to visit with others, to have this example for all of us and this incredible memory. So this permanent reminder of his selfless service to our community, his example for people in the Sikh community, but people of all faiths, to engage and to be part of the community and to build connection. And that is what his legacy means for me, for Houston and Harris County, and I think for all of us.
We are all here because an incredible individual was taken from us. But we're more importantly here because of the things that the sheriff alluded to, his family has alluded to. I think a calling for us to do our very best to be like Sandeep, to think about others the way Sandeep thought about others, to bring people closer in, obviously social distancing regretfully at the time, but to bring people in, as the sheriff mentioned, to support tolerance and inclusiveness, to work to bring down walls that keep us separated. This is how I am choosing to look to this occasion and to look and try to understand why we lost Sandeep. In Christian faith, there is sometimes a phrase that said that only God has the plan. Only God knows what is happening. And I can't think of anything more befitting to understand that why a situation at a home, unconnected to most of us, would make its way to the first brown guy sheriff that would allow me to have a relationship with a guy like Bobby Singh, that would then say we need to go talk to a community, and for the words to be said that we will create policy and training to make sure this never occurs again, but we will never move forward unless you give your children to the profession. And then to have a young kid like Sandeep make a very difficult decision to shave, to lose his turban, and then to have the sheriff look at a magazine and see a U.S. military soldier wearing a turban and a beard, and then create that awakening of why can the United States military do this and yet not United States law enforcement. And then to sit with Manpreet and Bobby and others to craft through the work of the policy that would allow the brown guy sheriff to bring in the brown guy Sandeep. But Sandeep could not do it if he did not have the love and support of his family. So as we began Harvinder and your children, we say thank you. Say thank you. Because in them is where we will look to the promise of our future. And so again, we say never gone, but never, ever forgotten. And then the last thing I'll say is that there's another phrase that Christians like to use. And it comes from the Bible. He ran a good race. He fought a good fight. But he kept the faith. And so Sandeep ran a good race. He fought a good fight. But he kept his articles of faith. Again, thank you.
More than 83,000 Sikhs gave their lives fighting with the Allied armies in World War I and World War II. So this is not a new love affair. Sikhs have fought alongside of the Western values. World War I was 1914 to 18, and then World War II was 38 to 1942. And the martial spirit is in Sikh DNA. The reason I'm taking so much time explaining, and I'll close relatively quickly, is that because of our facial hair, turban, we're easily misunderstood. Hey, what are you trying to prove? That you're different? You don't want to be assimilate? No. You get less than of me if I have to hide myself. Ed Gonzalez made a very touching remark to me. The lack of full self-expression gives you less of a citizen.
First, our deepest condolences to the family, to all the friends that are gathered here today. At the Sheriff's Office, we miss our friend, we miss our teammate. It's a loss that we continue to feel every day at the Sheriff's Office. There's not a day that goes by that we do not remember him. We made a pledge at the time of his tragic death that we would always remember. It's a pledge that we do to every fallen hero, but it's a pledge that we must always follow up and be there every step of the way. So we'll continue to accompany the family, continue to be a part of your lives. This was a very deep loss for me personally, because through my friend, Commissioner Garcia, then Sheriff Garcia, I got a chance to develop a friendship with the Dhaliwal family and with Sandeep. And that's something that I hold very near and dear to me. And I think it's very fitting that on this very special day, this beautiful day, that we come together, because today's October 6th, but it's also National Night Out. And it's a day that we all come together as a community to stand united, to stand against crime, to build the ties in different communities. And it's fitting that we're here to celebrate Sandeep, because he exemplified what National Night Out was every single day. That's how he served. That's how he served. He got to know his communities. They loved him. He loved them. I hear countless stories from community leaders that say, he helped my son. He protected us. He protected our daughter. He watched my home when it was burglarized. He met me at my greatest time of need. That was who Sandeep was every day. And we're so glad that we got to experience what he was all about. He was a hero. He was a humanitarian. He was a great man. He loved his family and he loved the community. Every day he helped so many people. And it's incredible to hear the stories that we all hear when we see neighbors that are here from Galveston that knew him from Copperfield and got a chance to build that relationship with him and honor him and recognized him at the time of his death, and are still here because he left that kind of impact. And it's an impact that will not soon be forgotten. He also taught us about tolerance. As a peace officer, as a law enforcement officer, we're easily identified through our police uniform. We're known through our police cars and our guns and other articles of tools of our trade. But Sandeep, as you could see him, was unique because he is also, reflected the articles of his faith. And as Bobby Singh always reminds us, it's a reminder that you do not have to lose your identity. You do not have to lose your culture, your identity, the things that are important about who you are to be able to serve at the highest levels. And that's what Sandeep did. And he is inspiring a whole new generation of others to continue the work that he started, that trailblazing work that he started. We have Sergeant Abbasi with the Sheriff's Office, for example, that's continuing that work. We have many others in the community as well that also have given so much and continue to serve. And so at the Harris County Sheriff's Office, he is missed. He's appreciated. We're going to continue to honor and recognize him every year. And we're going to continue to find ways so that the new generation of peace officers know who Sandeep does, so that when they travel this roadway, when they go to the post office and many other places, they'll ask, who was Sandeep? And there'll be a long legacy of stories to share about what a great human being, above all a human being, Sandeep was. And we appreciate him. We appreciate all Sikh Americans that contribute to our society every day. May we continue to build bridges of tolerance and acceptance, not only here, but across our great nation and the world. So thank you, Commissioner Garcia, for first bringing him into a profession, allowing him to serve at the highest levels. I know he wouldn't have had it any other way. And thank you for always honoring him, and to your beautiful bride as well, Monica Garcia. Thank you for being a part of the family as well. So thank you all.
I just want to say thank you for all of you who come here to celebrate his life. And I think Commissioner Garcia and Gonzalez and Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher. I have no word. Everything I say, well, you less what you did. And I hope we'll keep doing this for our community, for this city, for this country. And I just say thank you, all of you, law enforcement, constable, sheriff, HPD. The support I got from you gave me so much energy that I can walk, get through this. And I hope that, and I'm sure that I'll keep getting this as long as I live in the city. And I'm sure you will keep honoring him and what he did, what he left behind, to complete that and keep going forward, to keep his name up. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Today we're here to celebrate that big hero, my lovely brother. I love him so much, so as you. That's why we are here today. I'm very thankful to my big brother, Adrian Garcia, my big brother, Ed Gonzalez, and all the team who worked for this celebration today. It is such a great celebration. I want to let you know, last year, if you remember, Sandeep opened the doors for every single department, sheriff department, HPD, and constable. So you can go in your Sikhi group and go join the law enforcement. The reason to opening this road today, because of Sandeep want that. You know why? Because he wanted you to join the law enforcement and go outside to the road what he was doing. Spread your love, help the helpless people, give the hungry people to their food. So I want everybody, please, whoever, new generation, it's not because he's my brother, just for your little ones, try to keep his poster or his picture, so your little ones can ask, who is this uncle? What he did for us? So you can explain what this uncle did to us, to Sikhi. So maybe that motivates them to join the law enforcement. So please, again, he opened the big road for us, and B2B keep going, and spread the love and help the people outside and never stop. Thank you so very much.
ਜ਼ਿਕਰਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਕ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਨ। ਇਸ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਦੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਭਾਵੁਕ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਭੈਣ ਹਰਦੀਪ ਕੌਰ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਭਰਾ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕੀਤਾ। ਦੱਸ ਦਈਏ ਕਿ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਟੈਕਸਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀ ਸਨ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਪੱਗ ਬੰਨ੍ਹਣ ਅਤੇ ਦਾੜ੍ਹੀ ਰੱਖਣ ਦੀ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ ਮਿਲੀ ਸੀ। ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੇ ਟੈਕਸਾਸ ਸੂਬੇ ਵਿੱਚ 27 ਸਤੰਬਰ 2019 ਨੂੰ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਉਹ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਚੈਕਿੰਗ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ। ਇਸ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਖਸ ਰੋਬਰਟ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਗੋਲੀ ਮਾਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਜਿਸ ਮਗਰੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੌਤ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ। ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਤੋਂ ਜਸਵੰਤ ਜੱਸੀ ਦੀ ਖਾਸ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ।
E5 ਚੈਨਲ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਹੁਣੇ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰੋ, ਬੈਲ ਆਈਕਨ ਤੇ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰੋ।